How to properly use a virtual address. My name is Sam Bryant, and I'm an attorney that helps build and protect Florida businesses. So, given today's age of coronavirus and people not really using office space in the traditional sense, there's been a rise with business owners wanting to use these virtual addresses. And by virtual address, I mean like a Regis or a UPS address. So basically, somewhere where you as a business owner can receive mail on behalf of your business without using your home address. And this becomes an attractive option for especially new business owners because you can avoid having your home address on the state filings. But the main mistake that business owners are making is they are using their virtual addresses as a mailing address and also their registered agent address. And that's not using it. You're not using it the right way if you do that. And that's because the registered agent address is meant to be used for the business to receive legal notices and notices of lawsuits. So when you're contracting with Regis or you're contracting with UPS, any of those companies that use virtual addresses, if your business were to ever get sued or receive any type of legal notice, the representative that takes that mail may not be able to accept it. And so if that happens, then you as the owner won't get the notice, but that notice could still be in effect. So it's more of a practical consideration here that as a business owner, you don't use those virtual addresses as your registered agent address. There are registered agent companies where you are specifically paying them to receive your legal notices, but those companies are separate from the co-working spaces and the UPS stores. So they're selling two different services. There's the registered agent service where you get the registered agent and you get the address, which is your registered address. Then you have the virtual address, which is receiving your virtual mail. It just basically comes down to non-legal notices versus legal notices. So again, it's perfectly fine to use a virtual address. But if you're going to be using a virtual address, you have to understand that a virtual address does not mean that the company that you're using is also your registered agent or is also receiving your legal notices in your behalf. For that, you should get a different company or get a company that specifically is marketing having the service of an all-inclusive service of basically saying that they will accept both your non-legal and your legal notices. So that's just something to think about when you're creating your businesses and when you're thinking about using these virtual mailboxes.